Hey, Take Fivers, what's happening? Thanks for coming back. I appreciate the views. Tonight, I just got out of a screening of Bad Boys 3, otherwise known as Bad Boys for Life, starring Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I am a moderate fan of the Bad Boys franchise. The first one I really enjoyed. It had that early 2000s, late 90s action with some good comedy, and the chemistry between, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is undeniable. The second one was more the same, but it just took that stylized action that Michael Bay loves to just fill his movies with and really overwhelmed it. So it took away from the story. The bad guy was much more mechanical. I mean, he's very stereotypical in both of them as kind of the Mexican cartel drug lord, and that was fine. With the new one, the stakes are raised, things get personal. The chemistry is still there, luckily, with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. That's great. If anything, as they've gotten older, I feel like their comedic timing is off a little bit, but I don't necessarily fault them because they didn't have a lot to work with in the script. The script was my biggest flaw with this movie. It felt as though it could have gone through another rewrite, maybe two, and it would have been way better for the movie. The casting was actually really good. So you have Martin Lawrence, you have Will Smith, but then the team that they have called Ammo, I actually thought they cast really well. The head lieutenant is a woman, and she's great. There's another woman on the task force who's also kind of badass. She's actually one of my favorite characters in the movie. And then you have actually an actor from the Hunger Games. I don't know his name. His character, they tried to give like some meaningful backstory to, and it didn't really land, but he was okay. And then you add another kind of young guy who, if they make a Bad Boys 4, you can kind of see him coming into the picture a little bit more. Now, the movie as a whole is enjoyable. It's 2 hours where you go, okay. If you saw the first two, I think you'll get a kick out of this one. Does a good job continuing the story as they get older. I'm sure you've read about it, but Martin Lawrence, he's ready to get out of the task force. Bad boys, as you will. He doesn't want to be a bad boy for life anymore. Will Smith is still full on. And then some things happen where it gets a little bit more personal and they both kind of reconsider what their position is. So the movie really feels like a mega version of a really good CSI episode mixed in with a Fast and the Furious movie, one of the later ones. Really, they try to really get this theme, this motif, if you will, of family throughout the movies. So you kind of have this pushed in your face a little bit. It's like family, family, family. The movie's, it's fun. It's good. They do a good job of, thank God, finally bringing a new director. No more Michael Bay. Thank you. I can't take any more slow motion gun shells leaving the gun. It was fine. The action is definitely in vein of Michael Bay. They definitely wanted to honor his stylistic decisions in these movies, which is fine. I mean, the movies all kind of have a similar tone from the first to the second to the third, and it follows that pretty consistently. The highlight is definitely Will Smith. He does a really good job of bringing this character of Mike Lowry back to life. Martin Lawrence, you can definitely feel has aged a little bit, and you don't necessarily buy his acting as much, but it is enjoyable. There are some surprising elements to the movie that I didn't see coming. If by the end it does get a little predictable, the last 20 minutes are kind of a struggle to watch. They're a little bit of an eyesore because the first half hour, it's like classic Bad Boys, and then it goes down a strange path, especially with some of the twists that come. It's like, does it work? I don't know. But it was fine. My grade for it is a C. I think that's fair. I think it's a good representation of what the movie is. But it was fine. Not bad to spend a Thursday night. But I probably won't feel the need to see it again. It's definitely a one and done for me. But thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe. I want to keep making these. They're a lot of fun for me. Obviously, I love film. I love movies. It's a good time. Check it out. like, subscribe. Appreciate it. More reviews coming. New releases. Thanks.